Hello, hello, hello. Good morning to you. Yes, I got my cup of coffee here under my little cover, and and I'm a little. Well, okay, thank you. Sorry, there's some kind of Alexa going on here that's trying to help me this morning. Well, they were out doing the yard today, so I'm a little late in doing my video, but thank goodness I had watered all my pots outside and put them all together so it'd be easier for me to water them. So I thought, well, okay, let's. So I looked at the comments this morning and I was so glad to hear from everybody. And thank you for your kind words. Yes, I did get a really lovely box full of goodies, and I'm I'm going to truly enjoy them. In fact, I've got a little green frog. I'm going to put me a little table or something right here to put my little green frog on, and some things that y'all sent me that they'd be close to me and you'd be able to see my stuff. I didn't know it's all about me. No, it's all about you too. I'm graciously, is that the word to use? I'm continuing is the word I really wanted to use. The red Afghan is the granny stitch. And what I did differently about this one, I don't know that I even discussed this with you, but I used the red heart yarn, as you know. It's Super Saver, and it's the cherry red. I've got 3 more skeins. This is one skein, so it's gonna be a pretty good size. If that's as big as I want to make it for cruise, because if I'm making it really lightweight and airy, so she can use it as a light cover up in the evening on a summer evening, or whenever she gets a little chilled and just wants a little cuddle in her little Afghan. But I also want it big enough in the winter that she can overlap it. And she loves red, so this will make her very happy. And I like red too. I may have to make me one. Every time I make one, I give it away. But I had planned on making this. It's been many months I've talked about it. But what I did is, I'm sorry, I went off subject. The size hook I'm using is like a 9. This yarn usually calls anywhere from 5.5 to 6. But in this larger hook that I'm using, it makes it airier, and the stitches are more, uh, sort of airy looking. Sorry, that's where I've tied off there. But I think it's very, very pretty. I can imagine being cuddled up in that in the winter, about Christmas time, or any time, really. I think it'd be lovely. And then, of course, I just made the little, this little circle, and then just counted my, you know how you start a granny stitch square. Well, that's what this is. This is a square until I decide I don't want it to be a square. And then I might just go on a granny stitch out here or something. You never know. But this is comforting. I enjoy this stitch very much, and I really, really like it. I think I'm just going to casually go into my Saturday. I've still got do some things around the house, and that's what I'm going to do, and have my coffee. In fact, I'm going to try my coffee right now. It should be just the right temperature. Yeah, I got a message the other day. I think it was from Jill. She said, "Oh no, I was typing this note." She says, "I spilt my coffee." And when you spill your coffee and you've already settled down in your chair, or you're settled down on your couch, or to watch a video or a movie, or crochet a bit, but watch the birds sing, whatever. You spill your coffee. Now you know you've got the coffee made just right. Just right. I like mine with creamer in it. I don't like the sweet creams of any kind, but I like mine with just a little cream. And I just enjoy it. I used to have 2 cups in the morning. And I've got my B cup that my sister got me. So this is my ritual. It's Saturday morning, and the sun's shining, and the temperature here this morning is 85 degrees, which is very pleasant, really, very pleasant. I got a little warm. I got out there about 7:30 this morning. I went into the yard with my little water pitcher. Took me quite a few pitchers today to get everything watered, because I hadn't watered, but we had that rain the other day, and I got lazy and thought, well, I'm just not going to water. Well, that's not what you need to do with your plants. You can't sit in there and crochet all the time. You got to get out in the sunshine, water your plants. At least when it's cool, you can go out and just take a stroll around your yard, or look at, stroll out to your patio, or if you're in an apartment, you just stroll out to wherever. Some people get up in the mornings, and stroll to their little coffee shop. I would love to have that. Yes, my sister and I talked about it. Says, why don't you open your little coffee shop? It wouldn't be a coffee shop, but it'd be a little place in the neighborhood. Everybody could come and have coffee. And I thought, oh, that would be so sweet. Can you imagine? Put me a little sign up there, coffee shop open. All are welcome. And whoever comes. Make a cup of coffee or sweet biscuit, sugar cookie or something. And just see how everybody is. Just like I'm doing now on YouTube. I would just be asking questions and talking about things that that are just things you talk about. I do miss having a front porch where people can come and just sit on the front porch with you, and it'd be cool, and you'd have a fan out there or something, I do have a little fan. I could sit out there in the courtyard, and it would keep all the flies away, and it'd keep a little cool, but anyway, it was just a thought. My sister says, you could do that. I said, well, maybe I can. Maybe I can. Just that I don't know if I want to do that. What if I'm having a bad day? I mean, just put a sign out. It says, closed. Visit me, my under the weather. Well, that could happen. That could happen. But all in all, I'm pretty content. I've got my own little schedule right now. Don't you have your own little schedule? Times you do certain things, and things that you do whenever you want. And we've talked about this before. We have talked about this before, haven't we? Well, I just want to know, Jill, did you stain any of your clothes? Or I've done that. Oh, I have. I have gotten everything ready, walked over with my coffee cup to set it down to where I'm going to plop myself to crochet, watch a movie, read a book, whatever I do, and miss the table. It's such a little tiny table here beside my chair. You would think I'd know where it was after all this time. Sometimes I guess my chair gets moved just 5 inches. So move it in any direction. I'm going to miss that table because I'm automatically doing that. And another thing, pet peeve of mine is a coffee cup. You should have a coffee cup. I'm right-handed, so I should have a little coffee stand right here. But it doesn't allow for the room for me to do this without me coming in and out. I do occasionally move the table I have sitting in front of me over there, but it does interfere with my movement flow. It's not fun sway. It's Barbara Sway. Visit me, my sways through the furniture. Don't do fun sway. Yeah, I can make it something. Fun sway, it could be visit me, ma. Oh, what could it be? Come on, guys, you come up with something. Anyway, have to move things where they be. I had to move my table. I tried very hard to have my little table. My sister got me putting in the little, middle of the kitchen here. But I was always hitting it with my hiney, and I very seldom sat at it because the chairs are very uncomfortable to me because I'm so big. I think the chairs are too little. But they're not little enough to stay out of my way. So my sister took this table, a coffee table that she had in here, and it's one of those coffee tables that you lift up, and then it comes over to you makes like a desk. Oh, it was nice. It was nice. Except I couldn't walk around it. The room's narrow, and where it was sitting, I just couldn't. I kept trying to get around it. Sweeping was hard for me, and walking around it was hard for me. And you go to the front door, it was right in the way. But I really did like that table. Very, very useful. And then when my sister put steps, she put some risers underneath this love seat I was telling you. That really has worked out well. It's easier to get in and out of. It's not as low. Now that's a new love seat. She bought it just before I moved in here to her apartment. But I think that I'm changing my decor for a little spicy red for a while. So I put my red flowery pillows on my love seat. Looks very cheery. And then I'm working on this, of course. Yeah, well, I'm talking more than working on it this morning, but I'll work on it when we get through talking. And I have a little more coffee in me. Have y'all discovered any new yarns or projects? You have? Oh, yes. Well, the flow of crocheting, I just get the biggest kick out of seeing what people are doing out there. This new competition they've got going on. Some of the channels have been asked by this other channel to, it says 50 for you and 50 for me. And it's a kind of a thing where, well, I can't explain it to you. I'm sure you've seen it out there. Then it's really about subscribers, getting subscribers, and everybody helping each other to collaborate to get subscribers. Plus, the main channel is doing the contest. I thought it was an excellent idea for collaboration, with all the channels, because you have to do something, it just seems like a bigger family that way when we can talk about our videos and what we're doing. And I know we can look at each other, but we like to talk to each other too. Of course, I don't have a lot of them that I talk to that they have the time to talk to me. I can leave them messages and they'll give me a heart, which I appreciate. But like Mikey, used to when he first started, he would respond. And now, he responds when it's something that he can grow on, like a suggestion or a question that he needs to answer for us. But just to small talk and say, this is what I'm doing, and I'm following you. I'm one of the 73,000 that's following you every day. And I understand that when you're popular, and you give people what they want. But I thought it was a really excellent idea. So I went out there and subscribed to one of the girls that was doing a 50 for me and 50 for you. And she had a password you put in your comments. And if you put that comment with that password she gives you, then your name goes into a hat to be drawn by her channel. And then the channel that's sponsoring the whole thing is doing the drawing from all the other channels that have submitted a winner in their channel. So I hope next year I'll try that. If they ask me I'll see if I can get in on that. It would be a lot of fun, and it may bring in new people for me to meet and to see, to enjoy as long as I can. Well, coffee's getting cold. But I wanted to speak to you this morning. That's all I have to say today. Take care of yourself. Be happy. You're special. You're very, very special. Thank you for allowing me to come in your home, and thank you for stopping by. And have a great, great day. And remember, God has you in His hands. Pray for Mother Earth, the bumblebees, and the butterflies. Bye-bye. Hope to talk to you tomorrow.